Alright guys, I hope this helped. I have a 06 RT Hemi Charger. And what it was first I was having a problem. Well, this is the problem I've been having. I cranked the car up, I started up in the morning, it'll run for about 5 minutes, then it'll shut off. Then I try to crank it up and it'll turn over, but it'll cut right back off. And it'll do it, maybe 4 or 5 times, and then sometimes it'll crank up and stay running. Then other times it won't crank back up. Then I let it sit for a while, and then it'll start back up and stay running. And then I'll be in traffic and the car stall out, but it'll crank right back up. It's like it'll shut off right back on. You hear the ding, cut back on, ding, cut back on. And it's like it'll do that like instantly, Then sometimes it'll cut off and I had to pull over. So I looked these cars up, and they said it was a recall on the fuel tank along with the passenger and driver airbag. So first thing I did was assume it was the fuel tank, because also when I fill up, mine stalled out quite often, so I couldn't really tell if it was just stalling out after fill up like some people were saying their car was doing. But one thing I did notice is I put $15 in the tank, and it'll act as if it's full. The gas pump will click, 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 and it'll only be maybe 6 gallons in the tank, So I rode with the gas tank. Got the gas tank, the fuel tank replaced. Guy, I bought the fuel tank for $150. Got it replaced. It cost me $300 to get it replaced. That was $450. That didn't solve the issue. I repeat, it didn't fix the issue. But what it did fix was when I started filling the tank up now with the new gas tank, it don't click. It don't, it let me fill it completely up. It don't click like this one did. They said there was a problem with this piece right here. The sensor that's in here, the reason why the gas tanks do that. It's fault. They said in the 06 models. And then there's some Chrysler 300s too like that. So, next step was the PCM. Everyone said PCM. That's the PCM. That's the PCM. Pretty simple piece to get to. It's actually a plastic piece that goes on top of this, which will help keep it from getting wet. So I have to get that piece. It wasn't on here when I got the car. But I also noticed that the people before me had already changed the PCM. They had already changed the PCM out. Let me find that part for y'all. So the people who had already changed the PCM, me not knowing all they did to it, because I got it from a dealership, a small dealership, they had already changed the PCM. And if you notice that this PCM say 12/30/2016, so they recently changed this PCM out. It's a Mopar, so it's still original. I actually contacted the dealer to see if it was an aftermarket Mopar part, but they said no. That is a factory. They said they sell Mopar parts at the Dodge dealership. So whoever had this car before me was trying to troubleshoot the problem and couldn't find it. I also read where people were saying, do not purchase one from a dealership. They said it's a fault in the computer itself. They said get you an aftermarket one. So I saw a post where a guy bought one from, I think it was Computer. The website was like something dealing with computer. I'm gonna try to find it and post it in the comments to help you guys out. So I bought an aftermarket one, which is the one on there now. And so far, so good. The car been running good. Haven't been messing up. Haven't been stalling out. When you plug it in, you gotta let the car run for about 15 minutes. It's gonna run high at idle. It's gonna be real loud. But then it's gonna gradually calm down. Then once I cut the car off, cut it back on, they said go ride around. So I drove it around and it started smoothing itself out. At first it was kind of like, where my power at? Where my power at? Then it gradually worked itself out. So the gas tank issue didn't work for me. And somebody had already tried the PCM, but they purchased one from a dealer. So I tried the PCM again and got an aftermarket one. and it worked for me. So I hope this helps some of you guys out. I have the same little stalling issue that most of y'all be having, but mine don't occur only after fill up. Mine occur at random. Like it'll be like 3-4 days after fill up, and it'll just shut off on me. And it's embarrassing when you're at a stoplight or the stop sign, and then the car cut off, and now you got a whole heap of traffic behind you beeping the horn at you, trying to rush you out the way when your car broke down, you know. But hopefully that helps. It's an easy job, 1 bolt, 3 plugs, man, 5 to 10 minute job. It's easy. It's the PCM. If that helps anybody, I hope it does, because it's very embarrassing to have a nice car that you can't perform in. Well, subscribe, add me. I'll keep y'all updated. Like the status, subscribe to it. Thank you.